And away we go. Once again. Right. Boring, had earnings this morning. General Dynamics earnings. A lot of earnings this morning. Some big earnings this afternoon. I didn't trade the earnings yesterday. Quite frankly, I couldn't get up in time. So I woke up for it. I set my alarm. I woke up, but then you know what? I've had a good day. I'm going back to sleep. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Dennis. So, Mike, you know, I'm kind of probably should have traded the earnings yesterday, but you know, there's some good Snapchat, Microsoft. You know, there's some good movers on the day. But like I said before, it's not Pokemon. You can't catch them all. Lisa, saying that you missed it, it's a bit of a misnomer. There's been no setup for it. I've been watching it. There's been no setup. The volume's just not been consistent enough. There's not been enough volume to take a decent position on it. It's a SPAC merger. It's got an approval to go through with the merger, and that's why it's moving up. So the board have voted to go ahead with the merger. But it's like 300,000 shares are traded all day so far. We've not had a single candle on the 1 minute in the out of hours session over 10,000 shares. So the volume is not great on it. Nearly $2 is the ATR, $1.90 on the ATR. You've got a whole dollar almost, and sometimes in some cases more than on the spread. So it's just not setting up well. Some of the risk management, I would say, you know, it's not going to be an easy one to trade. High risk, potential high reward. Hey, Dulce. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you. Okay, just going through the motions here, trying to get all of the relevant streams live. There we go. I think we're all good. No, I'm not thinking of trading Asper, Alistair. Lisa said she missed the move. I said, no, you didn't really, because the spreads are like over $1 in a lot of cases. The range is like, it was $1.90, whatever, when I was talking about it. The volume's piss poor, for want of a better description. Yeah, so the move it's a low volume, big risk, potential big reward type move. It's one of these YOLO plays that you would make. It's a SPAC merger. It's got the merger's got approval to go through today, and that's why it's moving up. But there's just no real setup there. So no, I'm not looking at trading. Lisa was having a look at it, and you know, not advice. I'm not advising you not to trade it, Lisa. You want to trade it? Be my guest. You do you, boo boo. But yeah, it's not something that I want to look at. I'm going to be looking at BTAI. I called this out. I've traded this already on the move up. Nice moves actually. And I called it out in the Discord just after 7 o'clock on its initial move. So I'm looking for a continuation on BTAI. Who knows? Maybe we'll get it. I'm watching earnings. This morning's earnings, nothing really popped nicely. The markets are down quite a bit as it happens. So here's the markets by gap down overnight. Very choppy. I figured we had some good earnings yesterday. Microsoft moved up well, but just not seeing anything that's really any good, if I'm being honest, at the moment. After 7 o'clock, so we've got BTA. I took a trade with Microsoft, thinking it was going to continue up, and it didn't. So I took a loss with that Microsoft. Traded Lian. As that popped up, again, that's another one that didn't sustain. So it's just about looking for the right moves. And don't try to trade it just because it's moving. BTAI is probably the one that's most likely to pop. I see more bullish movement on this. Hey Alberto, it's called BTAI. What time was it? This in the Discord when I called BTAI. 10 past 7, so 7:09. Positive findings from an independent third-party audit of data integrity at Tranquility 2 Phase 3 trial site. 7.5 million float. What's notable about this is not only does it have a positive catalyst, it's a small float, but it's 63% short. So I could see some people taking profits at the open, but I can also see a lot of short sellers either getting liquidated or covering the positions because they're deep in underwater. It's it's currently 44% up on the day. And 63% short. You don't want to find yourself 44% down on your position, which is essentially what it would be from yesterday's close price. It closed yesterday 234. It's already up at 340. Minus 15k now, yes, I think it's minus 15. We went to minus 15 now. Are you watching the wrong channel? I finished on 10k. I took one more trade afterwards. I traded Mara when Bitcoin started pulling back. I traded Mara short and I made another $1,700. So that got me back over 10k. So 10k is a very good day. I don't know where you're getting minus 15k. You must have dreamt that, buddy. Probably, Mark. Probably. No, I think I didn't I lose $1,700 or 1,500 bucks or something. It depends. So smoking it. It depends on where you are with the. There's a number of different factors. So if you are, if the stock is moving in a bullish way, and you already have a pre-market cushion on the stock, i.e., you're in profits from trading, locked in, realized profits from trading at pre-market, and there's no harm in holding it into the open to try and capitalize on any pop from the gap and go strategy, and it's actually quite a good gap and go strategy. However, getting in and having not realized any profits, pretty much break even, and then hoping it goes up, and if it does pull back, you're underwater. Not a good idea, because you never know quite, which way it's going to go at the open. So if you've got a cushion on the position and it's above the VWAP and it's still looking bullish, or it's pulled back to the VWAP but looking bullish, it's setting up nice for a pop up. So you get a might bull flag pull back to the VWAP, for example. The reason I'm talking about the VWAP is that that's a good intraday indicator of sentiment or momentum. If it's price action above the VWAP, it's bullish. Price action below the VWAP, it's bearish. So if you've got a cushion on the ticker or even a cushion on the day and it's above the VWAP looking bullish, there's no harm in holding it at the open, provided that you still adhere to your strategy and your trade plan. If your trade plan was to give it, say, 20 cents to the downside, you get it. If it pulls back 20 cents, you get it. Simple. It doesn't matter if it bounces and moves up and moves up to $2 and you miss the move. So what? There's going to be another move later. There's going to be another move tomorrow. Don't hold if it's looking a bit, if it's consolidating into the open and you don't actually have a cushion on from an earlier move, then don't hold it. Wait for the breakout before entry. And 2 days ago was Sunday, Nereus. I think you've been smoking something strange. But I went from 10k to 15k. That was last week. No, it was last Tuesday. Tuesday last week. Finished 15k down. Let me just have a quick look at my journal here. The most I was ever down on Monday. Finished green on Monday. The most I was ever down on Monday was just under 4k. Yeah, you've been smoking stuff, Nereus. That was Tuesday, October the 17th. I was up 10k and finished 15k down. So that was Tuesday last week, the 17th. Not ideal situation, but you bounce back from it. Funnily enough, that 10k taking the drawdown and everything else. So yeah, I'm on a 5-day green streak there, Nereus. I got 13k, so most of that back on the Wednesday, 9.5k on the Thursday, small green day on Friday, very small green day on Monday, and a 10k day yesterday. So yeah, I'm on a 5-day green streak. Well, I hope it holds up for you as well, Puno. Hey Virgo, hope you're well. Good evening, Robin. Oh, good morning. Good morning to you, Wynan. So Leanne, it's at the VWAP right now. If it gets back over 350, I might be interested in trading that again. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be quite a bit after hours as well. You've got Meta, you've got IBM, you've got ServiceNow, you've got a whole bunch. I mean, even pre-market, we've had some earnings, which will probably see some traction after the bell. The likes of Boeing, General Dynamics, T-Mobile, no volume at the moment, but earnings this morning before the market opens. So, you know, you never know how the market reacts until it does react. We do have an IPO today. So Mac Natural Resource is the company, ticker MNR. This is an IPO, should go live today. So we've been doing reasonably well trading IPOs of late. When they've had a little bit of volatility, so we've seen some that have just opened and been so thickly traded that they've just not gone anywhere. But when they've had a bit of volatility, we've underpinned by some good volume. We've been doing well with the IPOs of late. So there is an IPO, Mac Natural Resources, MNR, and that should probably go live before 11 o'clock, maybe just after. So that's one to watch out for. Yeah, Mark, do you know what? Sometimes it can be like that, but it's better just to be bored and not trading and have a couple of just, you know, your zero profits but zero losses than trying to trade stuff that just isn't going to set up for you. So better be patient, best to be patient. It's not been great. To be fair, with small accounts, so depending on your broker, if you're getting leverage with it, it's not been easy of late because you've not been getting any good moves over $5. Most of the moves have been kind of from about $1.50 to $3, and then they get to around $5 and kind of stop. So it hasn't been easy, but you take the opportunities when they come, and you know you can go weeks without a really good parabolic mover. Seriously. Here's Dennis. Make sure you press the thumbs up button, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Dennis is getting upset. We don't want to upset Dennis. Appreciate you, Dennis. Really do. Cheers, buddy. Morning, Thomas. All right, calm down there, Alistair. You've got, I thought you've got a Champions League game to watch this evening, don't you? So I guess you won't be trading Meta or IBM this evening. I think IBM's probably going to be one to go because of the whole AI thing. IBM have been doing some good stuff in AI of late. That'll be interesting to watch. I guess you're not going to be trading. Are you going to have one eye on the football and one eye on the after hours stuff? So pulling back here, and I broke structure there. I'll let it pull back. Maybe test the VWAP again. Asper, yeah, not something I want to. I really want to be trading either. Recent IPO and urgently, it's not got the volume. It is up to date, but it has been pulling back. It's below the VWAP. So let's have a look at much higher cap stock. Not so much higher price, but higher cap is Snapchat. Helps us put it on the montage and not just on the chart, doesn't it? Snapchat. Earnings yesterday evening. You could have made some decent bucks on this. So what's interesting is Snapchat did a stereotypical liquidity after hours liquidity grab before the big move up, and then it pulled all the way back down. So if I just go back to where it closed yesterday. So this is Snapchat after hours yesterday. There's your liquidity grab. You'll see this move time and time again on earnings after hours. It happens a lot. It doesn't always happen, but it does happen a lot. You'll get the initial liquidity grab as the numbers start to pour out, then the move in the opposite direction. Now you might get a little peak and then the sell off. So it goes in the opposite direction to what it actually wants to do. So then you've got the initial liquidity grab and the move up. So from pretty much trading break even all day, very flat across the whole day, Snapchat yesterday. And then it moved up from 971 all the way up to a high of $12. So just over $12, $12.07. So that's 250, good 250. Well, 240. Move up in that one minute candle. Nice to have, if it's just traded sideways like that, you get the dip, you wait for it to pull back or pull up and then cross a milestone. So there you go, cross the closing price and up it goes where you closed. There it's pulled back and it's been trading in this dollar range, 60-cent range since. So Snapchat, interesting. He's currently 3 cents on the ATR. So not very volatile, but interesting move. And this is what I'm talking about with mid cap. So I would consider Snapchat a mid cap, despite the price, just in terms of the market capitalization. And with these mid caps, what's interesting with them is very much like the higher caps. Is the volatility is not usually the greatest unless they have a specific catalyst, like earnings or a patent granted, or a court case, or whatever it is. If they have a company-specific catalyst, then you'll get a bit of volatility. But the majority of the time, it's low volatility. You're looking at kind of a normal day would be like 1 or 2% in either direction. No, Robin, me neither. Hey, Invest Addict, Neith, welcome back. Hey, Peter, how you doing, buddy? Absolutely, Stone Cold. You'll see that happen quite a bit. So, what else? I looked at yesterday that Teledoc, is that one that's sold off? Yeah. So Teledoc. Let's have a look at how that went. That's another one that sold off yesterday. So at the close, you got. So here we go. It closes there just over what 1850 or 1812 is Teledoc. Pops up, liquidity grab, up to 1850 or whatever it is. See here, 1848, 1847. Pops up, then sells off. A little bit of a bounce, but then it continues selling off. So there's your initial liquidity grab on the earnings as they start to come out, and then it drops, and then it You get the bounce and then it pulls back up. So Teladoc right now, not doing much. So yeah, if you're trading earnings, watch for. So the thing is with earnings is sometimes if it goes like Microsoft did. So let's have a look at Microsoft. So this is a slightly different one. Microsoft. Okay. So Microsoft after hours 4:45. This just took straight off. Okay. So coming into the close. Here we go. And there you go. So the reason I was doing that, so if you take that, it looks quite volatile for Microsoft purposes, but then it comes into the close, it's pretty much straight up. When you get this kind of a move, the liquidity is on the bounce, so you're looking for the pullback. Okay, you don't get in, but you can, if you're confident on your move, get in on the close, and this just zooms straight up. So what I would have done if I traded this is wait for that pullback. Looks like a pullback, and then as it breaks a new high, the entry's there is like 340. So you get 340 and you're getting a $10 move. If you get in for 340, it's a $10 move. The high of this candle here is 339. You get 339.50, you got a good $10 move to the upside. So if you take 500 shares, that's $5 grand. Happy days, you know? You don't always get the liquidity grab in terms of before it moves, but you will get this liquidity grab here was a significant pullback. If you look at this pullback here, it went up to 330, just over 339 on this candle as a high, and then pulled back on this candle. The low of this candle is just under 335. That's a whole $4 pullback. If you're trading any kind of reasonable size on that, you can get you can find yourself with a significant losses. Now it is a more expensive stock, granted, but just that a whole $4 pullback is a big move. The range across the whole day yesterday was at $4, so you got a pullback of $4. Okay, so yeah, it's worth keeping in mind that there's usually a liquidity grab of some description during that earnings announcement, during the earnings print. What do you think is going to happen this evening? We've got Facebook, or Meta, as they now like to be called. We've got Meta have got earnings this evening. We've got IBM have got earnings this season. I think ServiceNow have got earnings. I think these are three of the bigger players that we'll see will have no volume in the pre-market session, no volume in the aftermarket session yesterday, but you'll see volume tonight with the earnings on these ones, especially with Meta. I've traded Meta a few times. Watch for the earnings print. You can pretty much straight away, you want to see the earnings coming out. You know whether it's good news or bad news. So if it bounces up and you can see the earnings coming out with a miss, earnings miss, EPS miss, sales miss, anything like that, and the price is going up, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to pull back and go south. Likewise, if it's an earnings beat, sales beat, EPS beat, revenue overachieve, whatever it is, if it's good news, then and it's pulling back, it's pulling down, then you're just looking for that bounce for the move up, and it will move quickly. BTAI bouncing on the VWAP. Yeah, it's just been going sideways since it popped up at 7. High of day. It's not got over that high of day that it made at 7 o'clock, which is 3:48. We've got a little over half an hour before the market opens. Where's my drink? Oh, it's not here. What are you guys watching? And with the market where it is today, it's gapped down. Do you think it will recover? Do you think the market will bounce? So let's have a look at the SPY again. So look at it on the 15. You'll see what I'm talking about. So overnight we were up here at kind of 423. Then we had this gap down. So did move back up to 423 before pulling back again. Will it bounce? Will it get back over the green line up here? Is 423.63. So the S&P 500 is the SPY is the S&P 500. The S&P 500 State Street ETF, which tracks the S&P 500. So the SPX is about 10 times the value of the SPY. So it's a cheaper way of being able to trade the S&P 500. Yeah, Robin, I don't like it right now, to be fair. Consolidating. BTAI, it's on the watch list it's on the watch list for a gap and go. So it's the second biggest gapper after the SPAC merger that is Abri SPAC, ASPA. Not a lot else after that. So we've got ASPA, which doesn't really have the volume, it's not really underpinned with anything. It's a risky one to trade. And then BTAI. Everything else is kind of 10% or less in terms of the gap. So if we're looking for a gap and go, BTAI is the main contender at this moment in time. Now we may get a little bit of news drop. Top of the hour is a good time for news drop to come out. We might get a move in now that comes out, and we'll see some action in the next 30 minutes. But as it stands right now, the only real gap and go candidate we've got is BTAI. Well, all green's good green, Mike. All green's good green. No, Jack, it hasn't. This is what I was saying yesterday. So Jack's asking me, has the crypto total market? I know I'm not a crypto channel, but you know I do cover off a couple of other things as well, options, crypto, futures, etc. But I'm not going to get into too much detail on the crypto. But it is interesting that Bitcoin has spiked up so much, Jack's asking, has the overall market cap changed much in this latest little run, this latest pump? And the answer is no, it hasn't. And more importantly, if you look at the last time, excuse me, just do the corresponding checks, okay? Look at the last time the Bitcoin was at 34,000. It was what, March 2022 or something like that. It was last year, early last year. The Bitcoin was at 34,000. Then look at the corresponding secondary and tertiary crypto coins and tokens, like of Ethereum, Cardano, even XRP, any of these other, you know, forget the shit coins, the secondary and tertiary coins that you think are going to be around in the long term. Look at what they were doing. The last time Bitcoin was at 34, they were worth a lot more. Why is Ethereum not pumped up like it normally does with Bitcoin? So no, the answer, Jack, is that the overall market cap, crypto market cap, hasn't changed that much. It hasn't changed that much for 18 months or something. So certainly not from the early part of this year. The crypto market cap is pretty much stagnant. I mean, it's up. There's peaks and troughs. It's a market, but there's peaks and troughs. But it's just there's no net new investment, and that's what I'm getting at. And until there's net new investment, until the overall market cap starts coming up, until you start seeing bullish performance on the shit coins and the tertiary, secondary coins, as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest, and when you start seeing the overall crypto space acting bullishly, it's not a time to be buying, in my opinion. Capital reallocation, that's exactly what it is, Jack. Exactly what it is. You're moving, people moving, you've seen a lot of people getting a lot of fear, a lot of FUD being spread around some of the shit coins, so they're moving it into something a bit more stable like Bitcoin, and that's pushing it up. On top of the fact that we're getting a lot of fake news around this this ETF from BlackRock that's not been approved. It was on the DTCC website yesterday morning, on the day, it was on a Monday. I looked for it today, it's not there. So Bruno, you gave me the ticker yesterday, and I looked for it today, it's not there. ISL getting a nice bit of volume. The level 2, the time itself is moving pretty rapid at the moment. But it's not making any new high. There's an argument for a quick dip trade here. So next candle to make a new high, I might take a little dip trade for a bounce here. Tight risk. 10 cents. Not even. I think longer term crypto is it's got its place, and I think the shit coins are where you're going to make a lot of money. But yeah, it has to be in a bull run, and when there's no bull run yet, we've just got a bit of a pump with Bitcoin. If that's not a bull run, hey, buy the dip. I'm not even going to answer that, Robin. Come on, guys, get the like count up. Shouldn't have to beg for a bit of attention. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. We're just waiting on some action now. Well, if you can include a quadruple top if you include the algorithmic spike as well, Mike. Oh, don't talk about my forex trade, Robin. That's where I make all my money. You know that. Hey, Vol. Going for gold. Henry Kelly was the quiz master. How do I know that? Why do I know that? Yeah, I remember that, Alistair. I shouldn't remember that, given that when that was on was during the day when I was supposed to be in school, so... There you go, buy the dip, that's all you want to be doing. Yeah, that was Bob, I was going to say Bob Carroll G's. It wasn't Bob Carroll G's, it was a different Bob, wasn't it? Blockbusters for the gold run. That's fantastic consistency, that one by the dip. Well done, buddy. Well done. Love to see it. Love to see it. Nice bit of consistency. Hey, Vegas. 30 days, 2 red days in 30 days, you're outperforming me in terms of consistency. Just looking at my October, that's not too bad. Five red trades in 5 red days in October so far. So it didn't start off. The problem with starting off poorly is you're playing catch up. So having effectively 3 really bad days in a row at the beginning of the month, I'm playing catch up. So it's only this week that we've finally got green on the month. Go figure, just barely. Well, so in terms of consistency, 2 red days in 30 by the dip, that's great. And people saying, okay, well, how big your green day? It doesn't matter how big your green day is. All green is good green. And it's about consistency. As long as your red days don't eat up all of your gains. I wanted to take that. I want to get in for the break of 3:30, but I'll wait for the break of 3:35 now. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's a $3 stop, so a 7-cent average true range on the 1 minute. It's not a bad volatility, you know. You're not going to get 50-cent moves on the 1 minute chart, a single candle. I've seen it, but. Seen it happen, but not on a $3 stop. Yeah, let's get to 50 likes before the bell. Let's get to 50 likes before the bell, just especially to displease Alistair, the grumpy old fart. So I'm getting out there at the top of this range. It's been struggling at 345. If it can make a new high now, I might be interested. But it's been struggling at 345 pretty much since it initially popped up. So I'm just taking a quick scalp there, quick whatever it was, $200 or whatever. All about base hits. We're getting some good volume now, some good movement. New high of day. At the high of day right now. 348 is the high of day. Optical illusion, because it looks like it's higher than that, but it's not. Yeah, 348. Looks higher than that on the initial spike. New high of day, so just entered for a new high of day. Take some more profits there. Nice one all day. Another couple of trades, and you'll be good to go. Does it hold the view at? We've got a little over a quarter of an hour, so 17 and a half minutes to be open. 16 and a half minutes rather. Nice one, Alistair. Glad to hear it. That's a nice move, that. Good 14 cents. Absolutely, you know, that's the best way to do it. I couldn't speak truer words. Focus on the base hits. No need to take big risks. Focus on the base hits. If you minimize your risks and focus on the base hits, the home runs will take care of themselves. Think about baseball and how baseball is won. Is if you focus on just getting people on the base, getting the base hit, getting onto first, and your next person gets the base hit, you're then onto second. Before you know, one person, once the bases are loaded, one person hits a home run, and you're all the way around. You know, you've got four people crossing that home plate. So base hits are what you should be concentrating on. The home runs will take care of themselves. I like that analogy. I'm going to polish that up and use it again. So average spec, very low volume. The range is currently $1. Average true range on a 1 minute is currently $1. $3 on the 5 minute. It's currently $1.40 on the spread. $1.49, $1.50 on the spread. So yeah, while it's moving up, and it does have opportunity to make money on this, it's very risky. So if you, I think this one could be one of those that goes up to about $50-$60 today, average spec. But it's going to be very whippy. It's going to do it on low volume and big spreads with big swings in both directions. It's going to be after the bell. It's probably going to halt up, halt down, big gaps down, and a lot of accounts will get liquidated chasing momentum on this one today. Just my opinion. Oh, guys, come on. We've got nearly 100 people watching and can't even get 50 likes. Hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. You know you wanna. Do it now. Well, I think that's a very valid point. All days is that you need to let your winners run and cut your losses. So your risk versus reward. It's okay having a 70% win rate. So you've got effectively a 2-to-1, a little bit better than 2-to-1 in terms of trade accuracy. But if you are 3-to-1 in terms of risk versus reward to the bad side, then you're still going to lose. So if you can get an even risk reward, so a 1-to-1, you risk $1 to make $1. That with a 70% accurate trade accuracy selection, you will be a profitable trader. So don't be thinking about, I need to be at 2-to-1 with risk reward, or I need to be at 2-to-1 on trade accuracy. It's you know, you put it into a matrix, if you will, and if you've got high accuracy, you can actually have a lower risk versus reward. Scalpers very often are using a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of the risk versus reward, because they have a high accuracy when the scalper. Just putting it out there. Thoughts on the football there, Alistair? I think Newcastle should get a nice little win. I hope they do. I was a bit disappointed that that penalty wasn't scored last night. But then again, cheating United, scuffing up the penalty spot while the ref's back's turned, and Anana Banana was off his line as well to save the penalty, so I don't know why that wasn't pulled back, but you know, I'm not bitter. There you go by the dip. If your winners bigger than your losers with a break even in terms of an even Steven winners versus losers, or an even amount of winners versus losers, then you're going to be profitable. It's about getting a strategy with the odds in your favor gives you an edge. So with me, I've got a good trade selection accuracy. So for every 2 trades that are winners for me, I've got only 1 loser. So it's kind of 67%. But also my risk versus reward is up there as well. It's approximately 2 to 1 as well, which on both, putting both together, makes me a very profitable, very consistent trader. The first thing to do as a new trader, as a beginner trader, if that's what you are, is to concentrate on staying afloat, breaking even, protecting your equity. So if you can do that with a 1-to-1 risk reward and a 50% trade selection accuracy, that's great. Then you concentrate on taking all of the good setups to improve your trade selection accuracy without compromising on your risk reward. So you keep a 1-to-1 ratio on your risk reward, and then you get take better setups. You have a higher win factor. What you'll actually find by doing that is, because you're only taking the higher setups and the better setups, that you'll get bigger winners. So then by default, not only will you have a better trade selection accuracy, your winners will be bigger than your losers. So you end up increasing your gains exponentially that way. Good stuff, mate. What am I watching today, Liz? Well, BTAI, I'm watching ASPA. I doubt I'll trade it unless these spreads narrow up. I doubt I'll trade it, but BTAI, I've already traded it. Lian here as well. We traded this earlier. It's just sideways at the moment, but I'm looking at anything urgently, maybe. Let's have a look at urgently. ULY, recent IPO from last week, might be finally getting a bounce. There is an IPO later in the day, so we'll watch out for that around 11 o'clock-ish, give or take a few minutes. But Mac Natural Resources, so that should go live today, and that's the only IPO that we're looking at. Boeing has been moving up fairly well since it dropped its earnings, and going again. So let's just look at 7:30. This was when Boeing's earnings came out. So what I was talking about, Stone Cold, you were talking about trading earnings. So Boeing dropped its earnings this morning, and it had its initial liquidity grab to the south side before the move and the pump up. So I say, when you're trading earnings, you get a lot of that liquidity grab move before the actual move. And Boeing was no different this morning. I didn't trade it. General Dynamics, it's moved up, but nobody's traded it. Biggest mover is ASPA, ASPA, AbriSpac. And the reason this is the biggest mover is that it's a SPAC merger, and the company merger has been approved today, so that's why it's moving up. But it's just very high risk for potentially high rewards. So like I say, something like this could go up to $50, $60. but it's going to be high risk because it'll do it on low volume and it'll do it with wide spreads and big swings both ways. So if you're prepared to risk and scale into it, maybe. Personally, if you've got a small account, it's probably best to stay away from stocks like this. HKD last year and Hardy. We've seen a couple of them. FBYD over the last couple of weeks was another one. What was it? AIRE is another one. So that's currently at $90. So AIRE is at $90 with an $11 spread. So Real for Tech Corps, this is at $90. There's no $11 spread. And there's literally nobody trading it. 1,300 shares have been traded today. Total of 434 trades. So people are going in with onesies and twosies. Literally onesies and twosies. So if you get on it and it moves big, great, good for you. But it's really a YOLO play. If you're going to play one of these SPAC mergers on low volume with big range, what you want to be doing is just don't take a share size that's going to ruin your account if it goes to zero. So basically, you want to, whatever you're taking, share size wise, the value of that share size, you want to be able to say, I can write that off. I'm just spinning the wheel. That's all I'm doing here. I'm spinning the wheel. I want to see, is it going to come out black or red? It really is a gamble. It's a punt. Will I short Google? Probably not. Let's have a look at Google, because Google had earnings yesterday, and this is another one. So let's go back to the earnings from last night. So initial pop-up, liquidity play, but you got a double liquidity play here, then the drop before the spike up and the big move. So Google would have been a difficult one to trade at that stage unless you were patient and you knew which way it was going. But Google selling off, I've got people that work for Google, so it's a moment in time. I've got one of my best friends who actually works in Google in Dublin, so it's still a good company, just not a great set of earnings. And you get big drops like that. Will it continue selling off? If the market continues selling off, yes. If it doesn't, and this is kind of affecting the market as well. Google selling off is a big portion of the market. It's a big player in the direction of the market. That's one of the reasons that the market is selling off. But if the market bounces, and I think it might do, then Google would probably bounce with it, even though it's got a catalyst of poor quarterly earnings print. So would I short Google right now? It's gapped down quite heavily. Probably not. You're always risking that bounce on a stock as reputable as Google. It's not. Look at it on the daily, for example. You've got this big gap down. When was the last time it gapped down like that? There's got a big gap up there before the pullback. I'm just trying to see the last big gap down. Probably here. And it did bounce, but yeah. So, I mean, you could. I just personally won't. I don't trust it to gap down so heavily and then continue to sell off. Use it with a company like Google. We've got very strong confirmed support down here as well at 127. So. Do I recommend shorting Google? I mean, you can. I'm selling off right now. The good thing about something like Google is if you do decide to short, it's easy to borrow, high liquidity. You're not going to have any problems with fills. You're not going to have any problems with spreads. These mega caps are nice stocks to trade when they've got volatility. You probably get a bit of volatility today at the open, which is a little over a minute away. So I'm going to change the scanners over right now. It could be worth watching Google at the open, actually. See which way it goes. Does it bounce or does it pull back? Yeah, BTAI was my gap and go candidate, but BTAI right now underneath the VWAP, not really interested. Needs to get back over the quarter dollar, 325 as a minimum. But ideally, I want to see it going for the half dollar and retesting the highs. See what we're doing. 15 seconds to the market open. Good luck, guys. Here we go. Get green, stay green, guy. Yeah, the market's selling off, which Google will join in with it, or likely will join in with it. Boeing is actually pulled back into the open and bounced. My goodness, the time and sales. You just can't get any data on the time and sales on Google. It's moving so quick. Does this continue selling? Wait for the first 5-minute candle to form. Let's see. Leanne back above the VWAP. Just briefly. Yes, Snap had earnings last night as well. Hey Cal, good morning. I'm at 41, so I got it at 31. Oh, this one's 31, 10-cent range on this one. $43 is the high of session. The market high up at 360s. Yeah, volume's going to come in at the open. It's the open, but don't let that fool you. Be careful. Good luck. I hope it goes your way, Vols. lost 10 cents on that. Not too worried about that. So volatility on this should resume at just before 9:36. So we'll come back and take a look. It's looking like a $32 resumption. So it looks like it's going to gamble. It looks like it's going to gap up. But that $32 resumption, just remember, if it resumes at $32, the bid's probably going to be at $31 or less. So just be careful. Urgently moving up, urgently, just broke the pre-market. Oh no, it's not broke the pre-market high, but it's just broke the last swing high in the pre-market. I thought it got tinnitus then. It's the air conditioning whistling. Yeah, it's probably best just to sit at the moment. There's a lot of chop. There's a lot of chop. Quite a few NYSE. Quite a few halts just coming through now. Yeah, no volume on that one. No worries, Cal. Let's go back to for the resumption. 31.71 is what it's looking like, a resumption. Well, back up to 32. I think this is going to be a 10-minute halt. Oh no. Spreads are $1.50. Oh, $4 spreads. Nah, I don't like that. Do I not like that? $4 spreads. $35.20 is the halt level. Now we've got yeah, $2 on the $1.50 spreads is what it is. Have a little gamble. Yeah. Have I seen what's happening on the QQQ on the NASDAQ 100? Yeah. Well, Microsoft had poor earnings last. Not Microsoft. Who was with the poor earnings last night? Google had poor earnings last night. Ahmed. That's why it's sold off. Quite down 1.2%, but you probably get them. We've got Meta tonight, we've got IBM tonight, they will have an effect as well. 36.47 is now the halt level to the upside. We've got a nice little wedge into the. Go on, I might actually take a little piece of this. Small piece. Halt to the downside, 29.84. 36.47 is the halt to the upside. I'll have a little go. Caught between the spreads big time for a minute there. $2.25 on the range. $1 down on the ask, $2 down on the bid. It's support at 31, so that's what I want to see. Low 31 and I'm gone. Spreads are $1. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Is the 31 support at 31, below 31, I'm out of it. $31.50, 50 cents off on the ask. Yeah, got stopped out at 31, so. That's why I put the stop in place. Into the downwards halt. Well, you know, I had a try. That's not me snoring, Cal. You know very well that's me echo snoring. But yes, Ahmed, the NASDAQ side is pulling back, as is the wider market as a whole. So general dynamics moving up now. Boeing pulling back, about to go red on the day after the reasonably good earnings. Yeah, well, you know what? I've not lost. I had a bit of a cushion on the day, so I can make that back. I went in there knowing full well it was a risky trade to get in there, and I had a tight stop there, so I know exactly. A smaller size for me. There's not a lot else. Certainly not to the upside. RGF maybe. Let's have a look at that. Is it got decent volume? Doesn't think so. No volume at all. Yeah, there's no volume on it. What an itchy nose. Really starting to get on my nose. Yeah, absolutely, Cal. Oh, there was no gap and go today. T-Doc had a big sell-off yesterday. T-Doc didn't have great earnings last night. In fact, had very bad earnings last night. So T-Doc may get a bounce today. Gap for it to fill up to $18. Below the VWAP, nice little breakout. It's below the VWAP. Can't really win on that. Well, no, it's all these SPAC mergers that you get. These black check companies, they're not predictable. You never know full well. But like I say, with Asper, DCA. It's one of those high risk or potential high reward. Day to night, yeah, not great volume, but it's just gapped up the whole dollar. Second halt. Oh, just one halt. 10-minute halt. Just halted again. So this is the second halt. Gapped up $1, shot up another $1. So this is day to night. We'll see. What on earth is innovative interaction? What's going on here with this one? Yeah, I'm not even remotely interested in trading this. Recent SPAC merger, but no, I don't like it. PRZO, let's have a look at ParaZero. Absolutely, Kanjit. I won't say no trade is a good trade, and no trade is not a losing trade. You know, good trade, a profitable trade is a good trade. No matter how much profit, a green trade is a good trade, but you know, no trade is ParaZero. Maybe not. It's not great momentum with it. Okay. It gets over $2. Will it start? Will the volume start to come in with ParaZero over $2? No. So wash sales are more to do with when you're investing. Day trading and wash, you don't have wash sales in day trading because you're not holding it long term in the first place. So you only have to deal with. So the thing with wash sales is if you're holding for a position, then you sell and then you buy back into that position for another long term hold. Then the balance, that's the wash sale. With day trading, you're never holding longer than a day, so you don't have to deal with wash sales. It's all profits. It's locked in at the end of the day. Yeah, you might get shoulder head, another shoulder here, maybe a bit of resistance at the VWAP, which is why I was saying it's dodgy to. The bet against a behemoth like Google, always risky. Oh, I'm missing the breakout on the arm. That was a big move. So oh, I'm Neil Farmer. Let's have a look at that. It's not the best volume, but it's a clean enough move. Range is not great, so it's not that volatile. We are breaking highs on Yeah, so. $0.10 risk here to the VWAP. VWAP at 344. I'm in at 344. The VWAP is at 334. Now, if this chart was upside down, you'd be looking at those wicks thinking, oh, they're a bit bearish. They're pointing upwards. Yeah, I'm watching BTI. I want to see it get over new high of day. 335 or above. Oh, the ask hasn't crossed the VWAP yet. There it goes. There it goes. It is choppy, Lauren S. It's a bit of a crappy day, actually. It stands right now. In terms of opportunities to trade, it's a bit of a crappy day. I want to see this pull back to the VWAP maybe 322, and we'll get a bit of a burn. Oh, I've already done that, I guess. So we got rejected here at 335. High of days come at the 335. So we want to see it. Maybe we can get 340. Power Zero is testing $2. And over $2 now. Power Zero should have I'll follow my hunch with that one. You up at 222, 223. Yeah. Being very tight on the wrist today. When I'm with that RM. Alright, a minute. Come back to para zero in a second. Trading. Up under the radar. Big move up from a $3 move. Alright. Reported it's Q1 EPS. It's earnings print. That's why. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Are we consolidating or are we breaking out? What are we doing? Very choppy, very sideways. None of these moves are actually breaking out. INVO again, so back up to $1.50. ASPA halted again. Oh no, halt resumed. Which way has that gone? A halt, it's halted down and it's continued selling, so there we go. Fills that gap. Might be worth trying again. Not great, it's not great volume. You can't really trade that volume though. It was a risk the first time. I'm not going to do it again. Para zero, ooh. Nice move up and then sharp decline on $2. It's a 9. Yeah, there's no volume on that. No volume on that version. Two different classes of stock on the same company. Yeah, Robin, I was looking at Parazone, just not reliable. Nothing is appearing to be reliable today. So it's just sit on your hands, guys, and wait until something does become reliable. But we'll buy the dip. Get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. Urgently. Recent IPO. Ooh, that was a big spike up there. 533. What was the previous high? Oh, it's a new high of day. Yeah. No action went up there, just a spike. Snapchat getting on, that's selling off hard, so might be worth it breaks. If it goes red on the day, it might be worth a short Snapchat. Google break with pre-market low 128, probably will bounce. Got a significant gap to fill on the daily. Google should bounce. Good luck if you're in Google. And Viva, up at 404. There's nobody trading it. Cipher mining. That's exactly right, by the dip. Green is green. Any green's good green. A lot of red to green moves today, it seems. So Revolution Medicines. Again, not huge volume. Like back in the bull market, you could be very selective with your trade selection because you had so much to choose from. Whereas at the moment, where we're kind of the consolidation stage in between bear and bull, and the pickings are slim, to say the least. %20 up on the day now. Just broke a new high 3 times in a row in those last 5 minutes. But the swings are huge. There's 16 cents on the ATR there, but that red candle that's closed just below the VWAP there with a big wick. Don't like that at all. Very whippy action here. And looking at these two spikes, the volume on these two big spikes is the biggest volume we've had on this stock have been where they've thrown a couple of wicks up. So basically means pop and drop. So be careful with that. I get 2 trades on this since the open. Non-profitable. I'm not trading it, but it's interesting to watch. Average SPAC. Like I said, it's probably go up to about $60 at some stage today. I'm probably on really crap volume as well. Para zero, trying again. $209 is the high of day. Yeah, so urgently it made new highs, then pulled back and made new lows. So nothing is proving to be reliable at all today. Look at that one. Para zero double top. Going back to the VWAP here, 190 back below $2. So I'd rather walk away and not risk any more unless we get any kind of decent moves now. At the moment, nothing decent. Well, no, traveling back to the States. Where are you at the moment by the dip? Yeah, sterling buried Thinkorswim. I mean, I think you can use sterling on on TDA though, can't you, Robin? You can certainly use Dash Trader on TDA, but I'm pretty sure you can use sterling with TDA. You don't have to use TOS. Hey Hudson, how you doing? Ah, right, okay. Nice. Oh, safe travels back, buddy. You'll regret it. Probably want to stay there a bit longer. But yeah, have a safe trip, buddy. See you Monday. Enjoy the weekend and recover. I don't think you'll have much in the way of jet lag, but have a good weekend. Oh my goodness, look at SPA. Actually, the spreads have narrowed a bit. Still 67 cents on the spread. 260 on the, you know what, I'm gonna have a little chunk of this, I think. Rates over 33. $34.28 is the halt level to the upside. Not halted yet. Oh, no. Oh, there's the halt. I want to see a gap up. I don't want to see a small gap up. I'd like a $2 gap up, please. Not going to get it. I wish I could, Mark. I wish I could. It'd be great if I could snap my fingers and fix the market. Now I'll come back to this at 15:15 or 10:30. I'll come back to that. Let's have a look at Google whilst we're still in this one. Google. Yeah, Google is between the VWAP, but right now between the VWAP and the pre-market low, just sideways, choppy sideways. We're getting a lot of that. A lot of chop today. I think today it might be the place to earn money is probably going to be on Meta or IBM later. I think probably Meta. Either a short Meta or go long on Meta, depending which way it goes. Probably get a $15 move on Meta later. Excuse me, $15, $20 move. So 500 shares maybe. Maybe 1,000. It's pushing to take 1,000, but. Yeah, Para Zero is. I mean, double top there. We got this double top here. So whilst it's got lower highs, I don't trust it at all. I mean, it's an argument for a flat top, but I'm seeing double top. On the 5 minute, it's a flat top. It's an ascending wedge on the 5, but it's very whippy. I don't like it at all. I'll take a look at that for you, cabinets. T2 Biosystems. It's breaking highs. And again, we're double topping up here at kind of the $250 mark on 625. So just be careful. If it gets over 630, then you kind of break that structure. Yeah. Bullish, but you want good volume. There's no volume at the moment. One candle above 20,000 shares. So T2, only 250,000 shares traded today. I know I'm trading ASPA on low volume, and I know, but it's do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Really trading ASPA because there's not a lot else to trade. That's what I'm trading ASPA for. 172% up on the day. So closed out yesterday at $12.60. Got overnight. It got approval for the SPAC merger, and it's gapping up. So I'm a little bit nervous of this resumption because it's been here before, and I don't have a stop in place. Current high of days is $35 on the nose. And the resumption is looking at $35.93. Yeah, so these three candles pretty much all at $35. And we're looking at close to $36. $35.99 is the resumption now. So it should resume in about 30 seconds. Well, I'll take that. I'll take 36. I'll take 37. me 37, and on 37 on the bid, I'll take it. $38 on the ask, is it right? No, well. I should have taken 37 when it was there. I should have taken the profits. You don't go broke taking profits, and I was there. I said I'll take 37 because it'll be a green trade, and I ended up losing another 1,000. So it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's only $1,000. Any news today is why the market's down, Hudson? Well, Google had poor earnings last night, so they're selling off, driving the market down. It's just we're in a bit of a downturn, market correction, whatever you want to call it. We're not seeing any big movers. We've got some big movers and some big callers in terms of earnings this week, which may turn things around. But at the moment, no. There's no specific news as to why the market's selling off today. Well, this is looking like a significant gap down to $30.52. So I'm going to keep watching this because there's going to be an opportunity. When I've traded stocks like this, there's always an opportunity to actually make good buck on it. So I'll keep watching this. At some stage today, I'll catch it and it'll go for me. I don't advise people to trade stocks like this. Big spreads, whippy both ways. I did say that this is likely to end up around $40, $50, $60 at some stage today, and I've not changed my mind. It's just that the wicks both way, halts up and down. It's high risk for a high reward play. I don't know. I did say it was a high risk, and then I did say I'll take 37. And when it was up 37 on the bid, I should have taken it. I didn't listen to my own advice. Oh, low volume MITK. Let's have a look. What's going on with this one? Volume's come in since 10 o'clock. What's the news? MITech to report third quarter results tomorrow. Yeah, there's no specific news, company specific news driving that little move up 6%. Just very choppy today, guys. Nothing setting up for a breakout. Absolutely, Carl. Totally agree with you. It's better to just sit on your hands and not trade, to be fair. If I hadn't had the cushion on BTAI, I wouldn't have taken the ASPA trade anyway today. But there's not a lot moving, guys, at all. Well, it's moving, but it's moving sideways. BTAI was the only gap and go candidate we've had, and well, quite frankly, it's flattered to deceive. You've got a double top here, and I got in for the move up, cut it quick. Leanne, very choppy, either side of the VWAP, so that's not breaking out. ULY, it's missing a G, I think, because look at that chart, that is ugly. Urgently is the company, but the ticker ULY needs a G in there before the L, I'm telling you. We've still got an IPO to watch for, so Mac Natural Resources, it's not gone live yet. We'll see when that does go live, or if it does go live. struggling to find anything that's just holding up. ASPA is the only thing, and it's a very risky thing to trade. Very risky to trade. Let's watch it for a bit longer, shall we? Well, you tend to find, Robin, is with Google, Meta, IBM, Amazon, any of these mega cap stocks, that once they start trending, they trend for a while. And at the moment, Google is in that sideways. It's a sideways trend. It's a range, and it's staying in that range. So S&P 500 is vomiting at the open and not coming back. So yeah, just keep an eye out, I guess. Let's go back to this one. Looks like a 10-minute halt. So 29.50 now. It probably will bounce and move up. We'll see. But 29.50. Another 5 minutes. Anavex Life Science. Yeah, you can't track that. Breaking, it's retesting that pre-market high. That's an optical illusion. That 5-minute chart looks like that pre-market high is higher than where it's at right now, and it's not. Optical illusion. Absolutely, Carl. But that's a good. That shows good. That shows good discipline. That's actually a good sign. If 90% of your time is just waiting for a setup, that's good discipline. You know, don't be taking any subpar setups like I did. Well, everybody annoys me. You know, I'm just a grumpy fat guy on the internet with an opinion. No, but I appreciate you all coming here. You know what I mean? It's you watch me, you're losing my patience sometimes, but look, it is what it is. Had a good day yesterday. Oh, we're green on the month. We're not in drawdown. We might create a little drawdown today, depending on what it is. But I think we've a good chance of clearing anything off today from trading the earnings later, because we've got some significant earnings later. Facebook, or Meta as they are now, usually good for a few quid trading Meta on earnings, because they tend to move big on earnings. So you just got to get the right move. So be patient with that. IBM, ServiceNow, those are probably the picks that I've got for earnings today, but there's quite a few on earnings today. Let me just pull out a few others that have got earnings this evening. So we're looking at Ensign, Viking Therapeutics. I've not seen them for a long while. Equinix, Pegasus Systems. There you go. Not seen them for a while either. Let's have a look here. What else we've got? Raymond James Financial, United Rentals. So it's busy after hours. Chemed, Bridgewater Bank shares, Univest. Let's have a look who we've got here. A lot of finance houses, Baker Hughes, Teradyne Systems, all got earnings after hours today. So there's a lot happening after hours today. So O'Reilly Automotive, and then we get into the big ones, which ServiceNow, IBM, Netgear, Flowserve, Meta, or Facebook, as a lot of people still know them as, Sonova Energy. Yeah, so busy earning, Whirlpool, busy earnings this evening. Back over 30, and I like this now. $31.55 hold level. I didn't think I was going to get filled then. So I want to see this whole gap up, fill that gap. Yeah, it's very hard to judge a lot of these stocks. They're just so choppy. Just be careful, guys. I'm caught between the spreads on this, but I'm going to get a market order ready to get out. Just doesn't go my way. Yeah, I'm breaking out big time. 365 it just got up to. It's not Pokemon. Can't catch them all, but Leanne breaking out big time. That's the biggest move of the day for Leanne. It's a good 30-cent move. Big move. What am I doing with $2 spread now? Sort that out with your $2 spreads. If it gets over 30 again, I'll be going to have a go. Now it's back below 30, so I'm getting a bit nervous here on this one. Back over 30, we might make some money. If you were watching Leanne, that would have been a good, nice move to have caught there. 345 breakout, all the way up to 370. Lovely, would have been a beautiful move. This ain't going the direction I want it to go right now. Need the ask for moving up, back up towards 30. Take the bid with it. I'd take that. Another retest of high of day. I know you're talking about para zero, but I'd take that. Something wrong with what options there, Khan? Not all stocks have options. Just remember that. So, trying to make this stream interesting, I guess. Trading, there's 30 on the ask. That's the direction we want to be going. Did we get over 50 likes? Yeah, 62. That's all right then. 29 on the bid now, so we'll get 30 on the bid now. With the right direction. Oh, not 28.50, we're looking for 30 on the bid. Right direction. No volume. But like I say, this is one of those stocks that moves with or without volume both ways. So if you're getting in, you're getting in. It's tricky. It's a gamble. So that's what I'm doing with this particular entry. It's a gamble. Well, we're currently 9 cents away on the ask. $32.23 is the halt level to the upside. $1.90 on the spreads. Come on, sort that out. Don't like that. Do we not like that? $1.90 on the spreads. Hate these kind of stocks. 32.92 is now the halt level to the upside. Oh, good if it's $2 on the spread. well and truly caught between the spreads right now. The ask coming down, but the bid not going up. Always a risk. You know, you're trying to trade these. There's no strategy to trading these kind of SPAC merger, high volatile stocks. It's just, you know, YOLO play. And we get over 32 on bid. No. 33.25 is the halt level to the upside. 33.25. Can we get over $33? That's the question. There's 33. We're very close to the halt level. 33.61 now. Just lock in half of that. $34.22, the halt level to the upside. Yeah, talk about unpredictable. Over 34 on the ask, and I'll take it. Or sorry, over 34 on the bid, and I'll take it. $2 spreads again. Over $2 on the spread. Ah, it's just shocking. Big flush down. I'd have took some profits up there. Can't even. $1.50 on the $1.40 on the spread right now. I get 34. Hey, look. When you gamble with stocks like this, that's exactly what it is, a gamble. No, the IPO is not live yet. Back up to 35 will be nice. That 5-minute candles, $34. So that is hard rejection at 34. Hard rejection at 34. Let's get my market order ready to sell again. It's difficult to trade those ranges. It's choppy sideways ranges, guys. So just be careful. Manage the risk as well. I mean, I'm totally gambling right now with this one. Between the spreads, but if we can go back up to 32, 33 on the bid, I'll be very happy, bunny. $32 on the bid will be good. This stage. DCA, that's a big one. DCA, up there, 12, testing $12. And water left, no. Oh, a glove. So to work this weighting. Yeah, Cal, there's plenty action left in the day. Take a look at the earnings this evening, buddy. I mean, there's not just the mega caps. There's have a look at what's got earnings this evening and trade post market. You might find something nice there. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but there's plenty of time. You've got the after lunch pops as well. The news drops that come around 12 p.m. We've got MNR, which is an IPO that's due to launch in the next I'd say the next half an hour. So, you know, there's plenty action still to be had today there, Cal. In your own time. Abri SPAC. Let's get you up to 32. There's 31.50. Let's get up to 32. Take the bid with you. Yes and no, Stone Cold. So if you place a market order, you can get slippage until it's filled. So it's not they can fill it at whatever you want. You can get slippage depending on what it is. So the market makers can fill it at, you know, they have to fill it at, they're obligated to fill it at the national best average. But as the price is moving up or down, that's what you get filled at. A limit just stops you from going beyond a certain level. So the clue's in the title. It's a limit order. So if you place a buy order at $10, they're not going to fill you at 10.01. It's basically that's your maximum level that you're going to, you know. Yeah, the volume's gone out of it. Need it to come back in because the spreads are $1 right now, and I'm caught between the spreads. But if it can move back up to $34 and retest that last swing high, I'll be a very, very happy bunny. $32 on the bid will take me green on the day. Yeah, I don't know about legally obliged, but I know certainly with CMEG, if you can show them where you got filled and it's outside the range on the chart, you can compare it with the national best average at that time. You've got your trade log. When the execution was filled, you then be able to see what the price was. So if you can show, I know I've had it a few times where I've been the dash trader and the price action, I've got filled outside of the price action, and I've always got a refund from CMEG, always. You just submit a ticket and they'll do it for you. Come on with these bloody $2 spreads. That's a load of crap. With these $2 spreads, not having it. $3 spread nearly. Oh, $2 spread. Tips to Kevin, go take a long walk off a short runway, short jetty. Couldn't care less. Gold, buy or sell. It depends whether you're actually getting your fillings done. You know, your teeth, whether you want to buy, whether you're getting engaged or not, or married. Stick your gold where the sun don't shine, buddy. I'm not interested. Learn. The market's more than just gold. Learn a little bit more than just gold. You know, spouting gold and annoying. Oh no, he didn't. You just got yourself muted. I'm not interested in gold. Nobody on this channel is interested in gold. We don't trade commodities. Need some volume. Need somebody tried this. Somebody buy some ASPA for me, because there's nobody buying this right now. I won't be able to get out if I there's get a hell of a lot of slippage. If I tried to get out now, I'd probably get a lot of slippage because there's nobody buying. There's nobody buying when I'm trying to sell. My screen's blurry. Where's it blurry, Steve? Have you tried hitting the gear wheel on YouTube and adjusting your resolution, buddy? Yeah, Steve, it's you, buddy. Your screen's blurry, not mine. There's a little gear wheel for settings on YouTube. You click it and it tells you, and it allows you to check what resolution you've got. Sometimes it gives you like a 360, which is blurry. So click 720 HD or 1080 HD or whatever it gives you. Click the best option and you'll have a nice clear screen. Yeah, I'm not optimistic of getting out of this trade profitably right now. But there's nothing. I'm not missing anything. That's the thing. I'd be gutted if I was missing a big move. Oh, quit with your snoring, Miyako. The first to what, Alex? The first to what? The Philippines will be first to what? I guess, Alex, you're in the US, aren't you, buddy? Nothing like being paranoid to justify being American. World War III. I think I'm safer. I'll be safer in the Philippines than you would be in New York. That's all I'm saying. If World War III broke out, you're more likely to get a nuke dropped on New York than you would be on Manila. I'm just saying. World War III. What is this obsession with wars and fights and guns and artillery with Americans? I just don't get it. And I think half the world's population just doesn't understand it. One of you guys explain it to me. Even Canada looks down from above and thinks, you know, we really should have asked for new neighbours. The thing is, Canada's got the US north and south, upstairs and downstairs. Poor Canada. I'd have to look back and I'd have to have another look back at that, Brandon. But I'm happy to do that. Remind me if and when I get out of this trade, because I might be holding this for another hour yet. And the stream's going to be ending in 5 minutes, so. But if it starts to look, you get reversal indicators, you get signs of weakness, and if it starts to look weak, it starts to look like it's going to drop, sell off, whatever. Take the hit. And if it doesn't sell off, and if you're wrong, I mean, you've got to accept that you're going to be wrong a lot of the time when you're trading. But if you're wrong and you take the hit and then it actually does bounce and move up, you can always re-enter. You've lost a couple of cents on the share. That's it. It's not a big deal. With this one, a little bit more of a big deal when the spreads are $1 a piece. Yeah, cheers, Vols. Thanks for stopping by. as always. I think there are a couple of things with that one though, Brandon. I'm just looking at it right now on the 2 minute. And I think that was the warning was on. Looking at it on multiple time frames, and on the 2 minute it was a doji wick upwick doji, and then it broke new lows and then broke the VWAP on the 2 minute. So that's a lot of reversal indicators there. So that's why I got it. That the last trade I took on BTAI. No worries, Alistair. I'll probably join you. I'll watch the first half at least. Stay up for the earnings. Yeah, absolutely, Brandon. The thing is, it's difficult to try and get a sense out of the time and sales. It's really generic. You're looking at the size of the orders. You're looking at the generic color of the tape and the speed it's moving. You don't want to be trying to get too much information out of the time and sales tape because it moves too quick. Level 2, on the other hand, you kind of see that in conjunction with your time and sales, and see if the orders that you saw on level 2 are they coming through and materializing on time and sales? Because you get orders going through. Market orders don't appear on level 2, first and foremost. I'll put that at marketable orders, should I say, not just market orders, but marketable orders don't appear on level 2. You can also get hidden orders that are placed, but you only see a portion of, you won't see the full order on the level 2. You can also get spoof orders, which are not real, that show up on level 2 and they are cancelled just before the actual price action hits there. So level 2 can be spoofed, it can be rigged. It's not a reliable tool to use particularly if you're day trading. It's a good use for an indicator, but it's not reliable. I wouldn't trade off level 2 alone. Do I like Meta? Facebook? Well, kind of. I think I met my fiance on Facebook actually. But there you go. So it has its purposes. Do I like Mark Zuckerberg? No, not really. Do I like what Meta stands for? Hell no. Do I like their business practices? No. But do I like them for a trade this evening? Yeah, I think I'll watch I'll watch the earnings, and if they come out poor, I'll short it. If they come out favourable, I'll long it. I want my market order here. Breaks below 27. I'll get out. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. I did say that when I got in this trade, I said to everybody at the time, this is not something you should be trading or how you should trade it. This is a gamble. It's totally stocks like this with the wide spreads and the low volume. It's total gambling. You can't do anything but gamble with these kind of stocks. So all you're doing is chasing volatility, but it's just a YOLO play. It's a gamble. There wasn't not a lot else moving there, Bobby. So you know it's by the dip. Are you on drugs there, Alistair? When you've got spreads at like $2, but you've got a range that is like $4, then fine, no problem. You move up, and if this gets back over kind of $32, we'll all be happy. 31's the halt level, so I can't see it personally. Not on this kind of volume. Going to be ending the stream it's top of the hour now anyway when I normally finish, so I'm going to be ending the stream in a second anyway. But I'll keep it recording, and I will give you all an update tomorrow on how this finishes. And we'll likely be back for earnings later as well, so just bear that in mind. I can't go through where we are. We had a nice, good day, good strong day yesterday. Good green day, 5 green days in a row. So if I can come out of this profitably, I could have another green day. Or we've got the earnings to come this evening. So we've got some big players in the, particularly in the tech sector. Meta, IBM, ServiceNow, all big players will probably move quite big after hours. IBM and Meta for sure. So we'll see. It's not a good day at all, Robin, today. To be fair, very sideways and choppy. All the big movers did. I mean, I'm still seeing VWAP's pretty much horizontal on most of these movers, the pre-market movers. So there's, I mean, we're I'm $1.50 spread on this right now. Like someone asked me why not take a trade. I thought, you know what, I'm in a good mood. I will. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here and end this. Oh sugar! I've missed my window to sell. It's $2 spread. Look at that, $2 spread. What are you going to do? That's why you don't trade these stocks. $2 spread, and then the ask joins it, and then it bounces up a whole dollar. It's just unpredictable. Well, I'm gonna see if this plays out, but if it dips any lower, I will be getting out of this for a loss, and we'll see if we can make it back on earnings later. So I'll see you guys tomorrow anyway, or if I'm streaming for earnings, just make sure you've subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. That notification bell will send you a notification, a push notification to let you know that I've gone live for either Power Hour or the earnings session later. And I'll see you tomorrow, an hour before the market opens, 8:30 a.m. If this dips below that 27, like I said, it's at 27 right